What's going on, guys, and welcome back to some more Flash Jackson Road to the Show. Right now, Flash is batting only 197, and that is not very good. Still no extra base hits. It's been a struggle at the plate right now for Flash, but we go into the game against the Bowie Bay Sox, and Flash is going to begin this episode with a single, hitting the ball to right field in front of the right fielder, and Jackson would not score when he was on base. So we go top four now, bases loaded, and Jackson, he's going to fly out to right, but it's shallow and not deep enough to score a run. So another missed opportunity for Flash at the plate. Low RBI count, no extra bases. He's got to improve at the plate if he wants to get bumped up to AAA. And just when he's hitting the ball hard, he's hitting it right at people. And things like this, hitting it right to the third baseman who throws it on to first and can get him out. Flash still batting 197. Next game against the Bowie Bay Sox, 0-2 pitch, and Jackson swings and misses at the pitch up and in. And that is a strikeout. Now top four, runner in scoring position. Nobody out in the inning, and Jackson takes a high curveball. Now 2-2. Jackson takes a fastball well out of the zone, so he works the count to full now, and Jackson is going to strike out swinging. Another K on the board as we go to the top of the ninth. One of the last chances here for the curve, and Jackson is going to ground out to the third baseman. So he's having trouble getting the ball out of the infield right now, and when he is getting the ball out of the infield, it's usually a fly out, pretty lazy when he's hitting it. So I'm trying to improve his contact, and it's things like that I want to see right there. Jackson just gets over the third baseman's glove and into left field for a single, and he moves over to second base. And then the next hitter for the first time when Jackson's on base, a home run is hit, and Jackson will score on that two-run home run. So now we go to the top of the fourth. It's a tie game, 3 apiece, and Jackson with 2 out is going to hit it softly to the first baseman, who flips it to the pitcher, and he stumbles a little bit, and Jackson's speed is able to get him to first base, reaches on an error. So the curve, see if they can do anything with 2 outs, and Jackson's going to take off and try to get into scoring position, and he does as he steals second, a high throw from the catcher. And now the 1-1 pitch to the hitter, and he's going to ground out to the first baseman, and Jackson won't score. And that'll take us to the end of the game. The curve ended up losing 6-3. Jackson with a 1-for-4 performance. Average is still below 200. And he's not doing very well this advancement goal period. 1 day left. He has 1 goal done, and he did not play the next game. So we go to the end of the period. He only gets 1 out of 4 goals complete. And you can see his new goals here, 11 RBIs, 3 walks, increases bunting and his power. And this time, basically, the manager said that he hasn't been failing a lot, so they're going to cut him a little bit of slack, but he's got to get better, and this is going to help having some opportunities to train. This one was for base running and mainly getting a good jump, so Jackson's going to increase his speed to a 62, and then he had a training event where it was just getting good at bats. And this hit through the infield was one of those good at-bats, but he needed 5, he only got 4, but he still got some work done on some of his attributes, so that was good to see at least. As we go into another game now against the Richmond Flying Squirrels, 4-0 Richmond. Jackson takes a curveball inside, working the count to full. 3-2, pitch on the way, and Jackson's got to swing at that. It's a ground ball softly hit to the second baseman, who launches it over the first baseman's head, and Jackson will get to first and run to second on the error and the overthrow. And the next hitter now digging himself into a hole with no 2 count, and once again Jackson will be left stranded on base with him getting out. We'll go into his next at-bat in the 4th inning. Jackson looking at a circle change high, and that's going to work the count to 3-1, now 3-2. And Jackson's going to swing at that one, drive it to center, and that's going to drop in front of the center fielder. The runner would go to third, but the curve were unable to get any runs with this opportunity, and it remained a 4-4 ball game as we fast forward to the bottom of the 8th inning. Runners on the corners for Flash with 2 outs as he looks at that curveball that just clips the outside corner, says the umpire. So now 1-2, and Jackson looks at a curveball that's high in the zone. That's a pitch I have a lot of trouble picking up, and it ends up being a looking strike 3. But now, extra frames, and Jackson with 2 on and 1 out, an opportunity, and he's going to avoid the double play. But with runners at the corners now, there is 2 outs, and the next hitter is going to hit it in the air towards center, and it is a fly out. So we fast forward. Bottom of the 12th inning. Jackson is 1 for 6. 1 man on, 2 outs. Jackson first pitch swinging, and he's going to drive it into the left center gap. For the first time in his career, it's extra bases, and the runners are going to run around third base and head towards home. and the Curve win the ball game on Jackson's first career extra base hit, as it is a game-winning walk-off double for Jackson, and that collects him an RBI, and I unlock a trophy. So 2 for 7. Jackson getting the game done in extra frames, but he had a lot of opportunities in that game. At least he made sure of that one there at the end. A bunch of training points earned in that game that we'll put towards the right-handed power, and head into the next game against the Richmond Flying Squirrels, and Jackson's going to begin this hitting a base hit the other way to right field. So now it's 2 on and nobody out for the Curve, as the next hitter is going to hit a ground ball in the infield, and it's going to be a double play, and Jackson is out in the process. So 1-1 now. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 2 on, 2 out, 2 strikes. Jackson hits it right to the pitcher, bounces off of his glove, but he's going to recover and throw Jackson out. Having some trouble, though, getting good contact in the infield. It's a lot of lazy grounders and just stuff that's not going to get Jackson on base. So that's why the average right now is so low. But this time, Jackson's going to hit down left field line in the next game, and it could have been a double if there wasn't a runner ahead of him. But still, it's a base hit for Jackson, and then the inning ends on the next ground ball, and Jackson once again is stranded. So we go bottom 7 now. The Curve scoreless at 0-2 as Jackson looks at a ball well low in the zone. It's now 3-2. Jackson working the count, and he takes a fastball low again, and Jackson successfully walks, and that is one of the objectives for this advancement goal period. So I have to take 3 walks, and there's 1 out of the way as I work more towards the power. And we go into the next game now against the Portland Sea Dogs. 2-2. Jackson look at a fastball, looking for that second walk perhaps as he works the count to full once again. And the payoff pitch is off, and Jackson's got to swing at that, but a great play by the second baseman. What can you do there? It was hit on a line, but it was right at somebody. Jackson goes 0 for 4 in this game. We'll go ahead to the next ball game. Bases loaded for Flash Jackson. A big RBI opportunity here, and what does he do? He grounds softly to the third baseman, and it's not going to be a double play. Jackson gets on by fielder's choice, and he still gets an RBI, but in those RBI situations, Jackson needs to start getting solid contact, and now Jackson's being waved around third on the ball hit to the outfield, and 2 runs score, and so Jackson is driven in. He doesn't get driven in all that often, actually, so 5-0 right now. And Jackson needs to get some RBIs for this advancement goal period. He's getting a lot of opportunities with runners in scoring position. So full count now in Jackson. He's going to take the walk. That's 2 out of 3 out of the way already. So 15 points for Jackson as he loads up the bases. And the next hitter is going to hit it. A fly ball to right. Runner looking to tag out from third base as the right fielder launches it towards home. Goes right to the catcher on a line. And he doubles him up. An outfield assist. What a play. The Curve still go on to win 8-2, pretty dominating, but it was sad to see that bases loaded opportunity go to nothing. But the next game now for the Altoona Curve, as Jackson hits up the middle, but a nice play by the shortstop results in another ground out for Flash. He grounds out quite a bit. Top 5 now, Altoona down 0-2, but Jackson's going to hit that one into the left center gap as the center fielder can't quite get to it, and Jackson will get extra bases again as he is up standing with a double. The Curve would get a couple of runs before the 7th inning when Jackson's up again as he grounds to the first baseman, throws it on to the shortstop, and then beats out the throw back to first, so avoiding a double play is Flash. And now with 1 out, Jackson looking to steal second, got an okay jump, but a perfect throw from the catcher will throw Jackson out stealing. So we go top 8 now, bases loaded for Jackson, could increase this lead a little bit, and Jackson grounds out. Shortstop flips it to the second baseman, and the inning is over. So top 10 now, another bases loaded opportunity for Jackson. He's getting plenty of these opportunities, and Jackson strikes out on the pitch away. And it just seems with all these opportunities that Jackson is not making the most of, and this average dipping below 200 now at 193, this did not surprise me at all. Jackson was traded to the Mariners organization for a pitcher, and now Jackson goes to play for the Jackson Generals. So let's see if this change of scenery can be what Jackson needs to turn this first year in his baseball career around. We'll see what happens next episode, guys, when Jackson plays for the Jackson Generals. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.